Oh, Gilch, what's in that red cup, bro?
Only water.
Say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project, you live at the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, smackdown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
Because they are the best tag team in the world today! Woo!
George. I think George just tried his resume for Tony Khan. I don't know for George. Huh?
We're Savage!
But of course.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project, you live at the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, smackdown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
I'm trying to give these two W's.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not seeing double. You're seeing Wrestling with Savage, episode 127, coming at you live. I'm here right now with Jay, Gilch, and Anthony, and we are live. And yes, that is a picture with Dave LaGreca up at the top over there. From Full Gear this Saturday. We'll get a little music playing, maybe a little rock music. Shout out to Dave LaGreca for being such a cool dude. Letting us come up there, chat with him, meet him, take a picture, get autographs for the fans. We were able to give out some Dave LaGreca heads during Full Gear, and it was a good show. There's my favorite picture that I personally took of the night, and that's a picture of Chris Jericho. Because at the end of the day, even though MJF stole the show, Chris Jericho had the best match of the night. Chris Jericho was involved in the best match at an AEW Full Gear pay-per-view, because when I got back home I got to watch everything again, and watching it again on TV with the commentary, the false finishes, Sammy screwing him, almost fucking winning, Bryan Danielson being the super dark horse, and Jericho able to maintain over Bryan and Claudio, looking strong, elevating him to another level. He's no longer one of the GOATs. Like a Pokemon, he's evolved into something else that doesn't even have a name yet. Jericho is in a class of his own. But I digress, and now I go back to the beginning of the night, and there's a picture of young MJF. And we're going to get right into MJF first here tonight on Wrestling with Savage, because MJF deserves it. He is, without a shadow of a doubt, the king of professional wrestling, and it is more evident tonight than ever for many reasons, particularly because Raw to me almost put me to fucking sleep because of how uninterested I am in almost every segment and every match coming up at Survivor Series, which is one of their key marquee pay-per-views. But what am I interested in? I'm interested in 2 minutes of footage after Full Gear went off the air. MJF did more in 2 minutes than Raw did in 3 hours. I am more interested in anything MJF has to say than anyone on the roster in WWE overall. And I'm very upset at Finn Balor tonight. As you can tell, I've lost my voice, but I'm still here. I still got a little bit of a voice, and you're going to hear it loud and clear tonight. Finn Balor, how dare you call yourself the devil? Gilch, I'm going to go right to you first because I know you love MJF. How did you feel about Finn Balor? And we're going to get right back to MJF and his match and his win in Full Gear, but I need to know, how did you feel when MJF said he's the devil, and then how did you feel when Finn Balor tonight said he was the devil?
I thought it was fucking great tonight because he got no fucking response from the crowd. They have no idea what the fuck he was even trying to do. This fucking crowd barely had a pulse. So I'm glad that fell flat. He can go fuck himself.
And Jay, what do you have to say about this situation?
I gotta admit, when I heard it, like the MJF reference just popped in my head. So I mean, I didn't really make a big deal about it. I was just like, okay, let's just see where this goes.
I'm only making a big deal of it because MJF has wrestled less matches in 6 years than Finn Balor has in 6 months. And MJF is more over than Finn Balor's ever been. Or ever will be. Anthony, what do you have to say about this? I think it touched the nerve with you, didn't it?
Yeah, because I am a big MJF guy. Yeah, I don't like that he did that. But I'm going to agree with Gilch on this. I thought it was great because the crowd went flat. And it, he deserved.
He thought he was going to get a pop.
Yeah,
he thought he was going to get a pop, and he didn't.
And everybody in that arena knew.
Tonight's going to be an interesting show because we have 2 people here who saw Full Gear live, and then we have 2 people here who witnessed it at home, a traditional pay-per-view style. How I usually watch most of my pay-per-views, unless it's in my city. It wasn't even in my city, and I still made my way there.
I love it because it's 2 different perspectives, but it's not about me and Anthony.
Jay, I want to go to you first.
Guilt. It's about Guilt and Savage. Please tell us.
Do you want to know? You want to know? All right. Well,
like
I said,
I'm asking the question.
Here's the picture of a young MJF, and we've been watching his career blossom. To be there live and to watch this man receive his flowers, receive his title, get his win, clean, not clean, I don't give a fuck. It's his time. It was special. The moment was special. Gilch, how was it for you, man? I mean, you can do me a favor. My voice is killing me, so go all out right now about Full Gear, man. What did it do for you live?
It was fucking awesome. It was the most. How can I put this? Was it match by match comparison to pay-per-views out there? Was it the best pay-per-view out there from a wrestling perspective? No, there's been better. Was it the most fucking excited I've been? And I've never seen the fucking crowd that excited from the bars from 5 o'clock outside to people outside on the streets. It had like a big fight, like MMA boxing kind of fucking feel to it. The place was fucking pumped. I thought the booking of the order of the matches was great. I thought starting that thing off with the fucking cage match it got me out of my seat. That was actually my first. I realized that. I thought about it later. My first event live with like a cage or a Hell in a Cell of all the time. So I was like, wow. And I mean, I've been to 1 or 2 WrestleManias where I don't think the crowd was this much into the fucking pay-per-view. I know, we'll go into matches and everything else, but to me, it was the most fucking exciting event I've been to probably in 20 years.
The Mania you went to was 35, right?
Yes, Cena beat The Rock in that one.
Yeah. No, that's 29. You mean 29?
Fandango beat Jericho?
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 29. Yeah, I was there. Nah, the crowd was good for that one, especially for the Punk-Undertaker match. They were really, I felt like that one stole the show on that night, but Full Gear, they were fired up. From outside in the parking lot, in the bars, I tried to gauge them at MJF chants early outside. During the show tonight, you are going to see some videos from Full Gear. Nothing of the matches or anything like that, so don't get your fucking hopes up. Go pay for the goddamn pay-per-view if you want to watch it. But you are going to see videos of the winners of the Busted Open contest where we gave out some Dave LaGreca heads. You're going to see me cut a couple of promos with some Busted Open fans. We got a couple other surprises for you. But for me, Full Gear, being there live, made it undeniably the best pay-per-view that I've ever been to live. I had a great time from the beginning of the night to the end of the night with a combination of being there with great people. Busted Open chapter, Gilch, Thomas Babiak was there. His boy Jeremiah came through. I saw a lot of my friends. I was getting stopped all over the place by people that knew me in real life and then by people that recognized me from the Busted Open group. You're Savage, Savage, Savage. I kept hearing Savage. Dave LaGreca, Gabby. It was a great night, man. It was a great night. A lot of fun. The pay-per-view itself, it's not the greatest AEW. I don't think it was the greatest AEW pay-per-view of all time. Overall, the matches, there was a lot of matches I just wasn't interested in, to be honest with you. I went to the bathroom during the Jade Cargill match because I knew she was going to win. The biggest surprise moment of the night for me was Death Triangle retaining. Watching that live, that was nice. Watching the Elite giving them the rub, letting them get the win. Sickening. Here's a picture with me and Gilch, ringside. Gilch does it correct every time, gets the perfect seats. We got to sit right where Moxley was, where Sting came and spilled more beer than Stone Cold.
Sting owes me 3
that
drinks.
Was great.
Yeah. That shit was nice, dude. That shit was really nice, to be honest. Jay, what did you think of that match, by the way? Sting, Darby. Real quick, let me go to you. What was your favorite match of the night? Your least favorite match of the night? And then whatever you want to tell me about Full Gear.
Well, I mean, I don't have the same enthusiasm as you guys because obviously I was on the side of my couch watching Full Gear, which I really, really hate. I wish I could go with you guys and see the coronation of probably the champ that should have been the champ for probably the longest of the longest. But I don't really have a favorite or great match out of the pay-per-view, to be honest. I don't really see it like that. I saw a lot of good moments, and that's pretty much what I gotta say about Full Gear. I mean, whatever match you want to go into, we could get into. We could go into.
I don't want to go into any matches except maybe MJF and Saraya. So if there's any matches that you want to touch on, now is that time.
I do.
Go for it.
I do. I'm gonna say that I knew Death Triangle was gonna retain. I think coming the Elite, just coming out, just coming all flashy and everything, I didn't think they were gonna have a chance to win. I just didn't expect the Best of 7 series, which I'm sure we'll talk about later. I didn't expect that. So I'm sure we'll see great things from them, so I can't wait. I'm sure you guys can't wait either. You guys were live, so I wish I was there when I saw the great moment. Unfortunately, I wasn't. So me and Anthony had the TV side, right, Ant? We were just watching and just basically seeing it from our TV side. But I want to talk about Saraya and Britt. That kind of surprised me because I really thought that match was going to fall flat. And Saraya kind of delivered at some moments. She was a little rusty. She did admit it in the media scrum. I do agree with her, and I'm glad that she took 1,000% that, yeah, my promos really did suck against Britt on Dynamite and here. I'm glad she took that moment and owned it because we all saw it. So I was really surprised at that match, I love the part with the Jungle Boy elbow. I'm sure you guys did. I saw plenty of videos on you guys' pages. That was an amazing moment right there. And the MJF, it was well-deserved, like I said. But, I really, the pop was there when it was the 3. But on the TV perspective side, I just kind of saw it fall down a little bit. I wouldn't really call it a top 3 AEW moment since the company opened, which is really sad to say. And I think it's just because of all the bullshit that we dealt with the past 2-3 months. And, I really think that Moxley didn't give a fuck. I thought he wrestled like a fucking plumber. No offense.
But what's different then?
I didn't really think he had his heart in the match. I didn't really think he wanted to put this kid over, which this kid is well deserved to be over. Let's fucking face it. And he didn't really put his heart in the fucking match. It was fucking sloppy. And I really, really thought that he would have got probably one of the biggest pops. It would have been my top 3 AEW moment if it was Punk. I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. If it was Punk, I think the coronation would have more meaningful than what it had because of Moxley. But overall, well deserved. Yeah, I wish I was there with you guys.
Well, blame Punk for that shit. He's the one that fucked all that up.
I do.
That's why I started the fuck CM Punk chat, and many people joined in. It wasn't 100, Gilch. It's probably more like 1,000. If you heard Dave LaGreca today on Busted Open, he said that fuck CM Punk chat was thunderous. That's why I don't have a voice, because I made it thunderous.
You know what's crazy? I was on my Facebook, and in the news, it just says, oh my God, crowd reacts to CM Punk at a pay-per-view. And it said F CM Punk. I was like, I thought of you, Savage. I was like, oh, well, I know who started that chat.
That's why they removed his ass from the cover of the video game. If that isn't the beginning sign to you that this relationship is over.
What a spot. What a shot, by the way, because I know you guys were live, but what a shot. When I saw that, I was like, wow, that's just a straight up shot that he's out.
I didn't get to see that. They didn't show us that at the arena.
Oh my God, it was just basically...
They didn't show us any of the video game, which I was upset about. They have the fucking screens.
Wait, they played a vignette showing him being removed from the cover?
No, but they just showed a new cover, I believe. I saw it after.
I mean, Anthony could touch more. They basically just showed like all these wrestlers, Jade, and they have everybody just cutting like a little...
I've already seen the cover.
Just showing the game.
Anthony, how about you? Why don't you tell me what was your favorite match of the night, your favorite moment of the night, and yeah, you can touch on whatever you want. AEW, Full Gear, go for it.
I'm going to say my favorite match, Acclaimed and Keith Lee and Swerve. I mean, the slap at the end of the match, the slap twice from Swerve was hint enough of like, yeah, screw you, pal. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm done with this shit.
That was a good moment, watching them split
and
up.
My least favorite, I'm going to say, Savage is probably going to shoot me for saying this, but the Fatal 4-Way with Jericho and Claudio. And, like, first of all, it didn't do anything to Sammy and Jericho. But now you added extra drama that's not needed between Daniel and Claudio. So now it's like, you're really, in my mind, what Tony Khan's doing is playing into the drama. To be honest, I don't know. I don't think that there's going to be a breakup of Blackpool, but I'm sick of the bullshit drama that Tony Khan's like adding to it.
Well, he might be just a good storyteller, maybe, because I don't know if this is what he's doing, but maybe he's just presenting the possibility that they could break up, but then he actually doesn't have any intention of actually breaking them up. But he wants you to think they're going to break up to just have some kind of intrigue there. Will they? Won't they? This and that kind of nonsense.
So, and then I just want to go off quick of what you guys were talking about with Punk. Punk's an asshole. I'm going to agree with Jay on this, that it should have been Punk in that main event. Because Punk and MJF have they have more of a history than Mox and MJF. They have a picture together when MJF was 12 or however old he was. They have matches, feuds, things that they already have that history. Punk decided, I'm going to go and I'm going to just get on the whole company, start a brawl in the back, and then I'm going to tell Khan to go screw himself.
I would agree with Savage. This wasn't the greatest pay-per-view, and I think it was supposed to be. I think the main event was supposed to be. I'm going to agree with you. I was kind of surprised there was no confetti or any of that bullshit.
Yeah,
nobody gave a shit.
He's right. He won. He got the 3 count.
No pyro.
Crowd went fucking nuts for a minute or two, and then as he made his round to each top of the turnbuckle, it was dead silent. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I don't think that's on him. I don't even think that's on the match not being as good as it was supposed to. It was a solid match. That's it. I won't go any further. There were multiple matches better than that. But like you said, there should have been pyro. There should have been. But that's what happens when you have a crowd that's sitting there for 5.5 fucking hours.
And I don't know.
He needs to stop that.
Anthony, you may have to say, but when they cut off the pay-per-view, I felt like they just cut him off completely. Like he was holding the bell on the ramp, and then it just got kind of cut off.
To me, it had a very lackluster ending, especially being there live. Usually they do something special for the crowd, and they did nothing. Literally, the lights went out. This guy left. They're taking apart the gates. They're taking apart They're pulling off the pads.
This wasn't another fucking Hangman or Moxley title win. This and that. This was supposed to be like a defining fucking moment title win. Pyro, fucking streamers, something.
At least they had the media scrum, right? Which I fucked up, and I could have probably got into that media scrum had I played my cards better And I didn't even realize that I had cards to play with because I was too busy enjoying the moment.
Just follow Dave.
Pretty much, yeah. You follow Dave, you're gonna know where the media scrum is. Show him your phone. I'm from Wrestling with Savage. I'm a journalist. I'm here. I want to know what the champ has to say. We're working on that, by the way. I'm gonna be trying my best to, and Gilch and whoever else comes with the Savage chapter. We'll start trying to get into those media scrums when they come to the tri-state area. What's up, yeah?
I want to say this. I don't know what you guys. If I feel that if they didn't do what they did with Mox and Hangman, I would have rather seen that match, because that match I feel would have been a better crowd, a better feel, and a better match flow. Because with some of his shows, first of all, 5.5 hours, you can't be. I'm sorry, you need to shorten your shows. You need to let go of like the pre-card matches. You're not WWE. I'm sorry, you're not. Have 1 or 2 pre-matches.
I absolutely agree with you. No, you're 100% right.
No, you're right. As far as the format, it's got to be changed.
There should only be one match on the pre-show, dude.
If they could stick to like the minimal pay-per-views, not end up turning into WWE and doing almost 2 a fucking month, they could. You could end up say you do 4 or 5 pay-per-views. At least the big ones, like Saturday, start going 2 days. Why not do like a Saturday, Sunday? If you're gonna do 4 pay-per-view events a year, I could deal with that.
I 100% agree. The pre-shows need to only have one match. And another thing they can do is actually utilize the talent they have. For example, that Saraya and Paige, Saraya and Britt Baker match, that to me should have been a fatal 4-way for the interim women's championship. Because then you do 2 things. One, listen, Jay, hold on, listen to this take. You elevate, at least by definition of what you're showing the fans, you elevate the stock of Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm and put them on the same playing field as a Britt Baker and as a Saraya. Now, I'm not saying they're necessarily as big stars as them, but how are you supposed to make these girls big stars? A, by not putting them with that kind of talent, right? Having a big field match. Oh, shit, 4 of them. Fatal 4-way for the title. We don't know who's going to take it. Saraya comes out on top, let's say. She's your new interim champ. That sets her and Britt, her and Thunder, her and whoever. And you make room for Ricky Starks to be on the main card.
Yeah, that was the most annoying pre-show match to me. But this guy's I'm sorry, he's a fucking superstar. And they continually book him into bullshit, and it's getting really fucking annoying. But just really quick on what you were saying, Matt Savage, about the women's match. I think the goal is to get Thunder back, have Britt beat Thunder, and then you're going Britt, Jamie.
Yeah, storyline wise, for sure. I can see that happening 100%. I think it was a good opportunity to set the tone for 2023 women's division. You just came off, in my definition, right? If I have to define AEW's year using one word, and I'll go around and I'll go to you, and if you guys have a better word, then use it. But the one word I would call AEW this year is sloppy.
That's fair, bro.
Sloppy. Misuse of talent. Letting talent do things they shouldn't do. Putting the belt on the wrong people at the wrong time. Abusing storylines. And just overall, some storylines not even making sense or being dragged out too long. You know, the whole thing with Punk put a big, like, stinker stamp on the entire year. And that's why what happened on Saturday made up for it all. Because sometimes you go on a trip, right? Jay, Gilch, Anthony, we've all gone on road trips, right? And some road trips go smooth. Some road trips have some bumps. And your car breaks down, or you get a flat tire. But eventually, you get to your destination. And that's what we did on Saturday. We got through all the bumps. We got through the snowstorms. We got through the thunderstorms. We got through the flat tires. And now we are at paradise. And we in my opinion, are on wrestling vacation right now. Because as long as this kid has the title, every Wednesday night, Dynamite's gonna be fucking fire, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
fire.
Yeah,
Disagree.
Nah, one thing I will agree with is they've been trying to dig out of this fucking mess with Punk since, you know, and that's kind of overshadowed everything. You had a good match here and there. Oh, what's going on with the Elite? What's going on with Kenny? What's going on with Punk? So finally put that shit behind them. Let's move forward. You got belts in the hands of guys who are tremendously over as far as Max goes, the Acclaimed. The Wardlow loss was interesting. That throws some things, a wrench in things. I didn't see that happening.
Yeah, that was a shocker. I thought Hobbs was gonna win.
Yeah, I would have been okay with Hobbs winning, but I mean, what does the belt do for Joe? I mean,
no, you know why they're doing this? They're doing this so this way Hobbs and Wardlow can have a program now with no title involved, and then hopefully Hobbs goes over and takes the title from Joe down the road. And then Hobbs is the new TNT in 2023. And by then, MJF will be done with like 2 or 3 people on that list of people he's going to slap right now, right? Because who's beating MJF right now? Ethan Page? No. Ricky Starks? No. Darby Allin? No. Wardlow?
maybe.
His first tough challenge. So that's why Wardlow is out of that picture. He's going to do the job for Hobbs, so Hobbs can go on to beat Joe, and then Wardlow will eventually, I don't know when, I think they should save him for a while, but I don't know. What do you think, Gilch?
I just want to say, I was just thinking to myself, yeah, I agree with you. I want to get this off my mind real fast. Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose, there was one great part to that match. Does anyone remember what it was?
The ending.
No, the entrance. Nyla and fucking Vicky in the car.
Yeah, that was cool, but it would have been cooler if they could have drove down to ringside.
Not on that ramp.
No, they should have made a special entrance just for them. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Run over some fans.
That was cool. You got your little Eddie pop there. That was cool.
No, that was cool. I definitely yelled at Vicky for no reason, but you know, it is what it is. Speaking of MJF, I want to give a shout out to all the fans that we met at the arena that came out from all over the country to represent the Busted Open Nation. Good times, good drinks. Another picture of me and Dave. And now you see Gabby as well. And there's Thomas Babiak. We go up there bothering Dave, getting some pictures. But I want to give a shout out to somebody special. Probably someone, actually no, this is a guarantee. Nobody in that building had a better time at that show than the lady you see on TV right now on your screen. And right now, why don't you watch a little video between me and MJF's mom.
MJF's mom, and her son, the greatest wrestler in the world, is going to win the AEW World Championship tonight, and there's nothing anyone can do about it!
And there we are, MJF's mom, one of the coolest people you could ever meet. Sweet, honest, and she got to see her baby boy do exactly what I told her he would do, which is win the AEW World Championship. And I looked at her when he won, and the look on her face, you can't describe that look. Watching your creation reach his top tier dream in front of your eyes live. That's special, man. It's just fucking special. And this kid's about to have a special run, man. My question is this. I'll go to Jay first. How many years is MJF about to be the champion? And in your eyes, who are the 1, 2, 3 people that you can see taking the title off him?
Here's the thing. I don't have a top 3 people to take the title because it's a difficult position that I think AEW put themselves. I'm going to give an example. I'm going to talk about the match a little bit. I don't critique MJF matches, but if I ever see him do a Dusty Rhodes jab thing one more time, I'm going to break my television. Understand that? That was the worst jabs that I've seen. I know you guys were starred, glazed, and everything. Oh my god! Yeah. But those were the worst jabs that I've seen. Okay, from my perspective. But I think they put themselves in a difficult position. Take that example that I just told you. That's a K-face move, right? Dusty Rhodes, he's a babyface, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and now he's doing some heel turn when William Regal throws the brass knuckles and then he hits him for the 1, 2, 3. Now that's a heelish move, right, guys? So my thing is, how are we booking this guy? And this is why I blame the egos and Anthony, top-notch nail on the CM Punk being an asshole. It's because it fucked everything up, and now I really don't know what the fuck MJF is. Is he a babyface? Is he a heel? I mean, he's doing babyface things in the ring, but then he's doing heelish things.
Dude, he's a heel, man. He's a heel. He's a heel.
And no, hold on. And for that reason being alone, I really don't have a top 3 because, like you said, Savage. Who's going to take the title off? Page, Ricky Starks? Come on, it's all jokes.
No, I think there's only one person that can take the title off him in the entire company, and I bet $100 that Gilch or Anthony can't guess who.
Danhausen.
Yeah, if he gains 100 pounds and starts looking like the Ultimate Warrior, maybe, yeah, sure.
I don't think
Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. Only one.
I don't think there's a top 3, whatever you want to put it, Adam Cole, whoever you want to fucking name your top 3.
For me, I don't think they have the history, bro. One day, not today. In like 2 years, 3 years, I could see Chris Jericho taking that title off him because.
Oh, dude, you took it from me.
Chris Jericho, man.
You took it. I was just thinking that.
That would be probably the only logical, but it doesn't make sense at this moment.
No, not right now. Down the road. Right now, he's having no show run.
It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while too.
I think you just continue the storyline and make him fight. Please no Mox anymore, but like work a program with Daniel Bryan. At least like it's like he can kill, like a BBC revenge kind of thing. But I keep saying BBC instead of BCC. So we'll rewind that. But I wouldn't mind seeing him have like a little program with Danielson off the bat.
I mean, I'll say this. If I was a wrestler entering AEW right now, I would be very fucking worried. Because you're not better than MJF. You're not going to beat MJF for that title. So maybe you shouldn't even go to fucking AEW right now. MJF is the best wrestler in the world right now as far as overall package goes. I'm not going to sit here and say he's the best wrestler in ring ability. No, he's not. But total package, he is the best wrestler in the world. It's not even close.
I just thought about someone who's tremendously over as a face. That makes perfect fucking sense to fight him. Fucking Wardlow. He doesn't have a title anymore.
100%.
You took the title off him. You want to start that again? Bring up
but I know.
Revenge, etc.
I got see that.
I'll just say one thing and then we'll go to Ant. Wardlow fighting MJF might not be the worst thing because you're just going to make him lose. You're going to make Wardlow lose, but he's going to get screwed. So it doesn't really hurt him. He's not going to win.
Got exposed as a wrestler this past Saturday. I know you guys were starstruck, but he really got exposed.
I don't get starstruck, Jay.
That's why they took the belt off him. I'm glad
Wardlow?
Ant, what you got?
Okay, to Jay's point, they took the belt off of Wardlow because they have a bigger plan for Wardlow. 1. 2, I'm gonna go with you, Savage, on this one. Jericho will take the belt off of MJF. MJF is going to have the same. He's going to have the same kind of run that Roman Reigns is having right now.
I think hopefully bigger, in my opinion. But
Right. Yeah.
We don't know what Roman's gonna do. Roman could be your champ for another 8 years, man. They might go Bruno Sammartino on this shit.
But I don't know how I feel about Wardlow right now because Wardlow has been booked like shit up to this point.
Up to this point, maybe.
Because he's shit.
You put.
No, Jay, he's not shit. The guy can wrestle, but they make him have squash matches.
He's
not shit. Stop.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
He's not shit.
I want to. They booked him like shit throughout his TNT title run but that guy can wrestle.
Yes, he can. I've seen him wrestle.
Watch that.
Jay, I'm gonna send you a match later. I want you to watch it. It's Damian Priest versus Wardlow. Many years ago. All right? Watch that match and then tell me he can't fucking wrestle, okay? If you watch that, tell me he can't wrestle, then fine.
Oh my God, he can't. He can't.
We've seen the guy move. The problem is they don't know how they're booking him.
No, you'll only see circus movies. If I would have described AEW in 1 year, it's circus. That's how you see circus.
For 1 minute, he's doing his powerbomb sympathy. He's doing his whole big man act. The next time, he's doing a fucking senton 2 minutes later. So it's like... Are they just trying to be like, oh wow, he's such an athletic big man? But like they don't.
I don't think he was selling shirts. I think Joe was selling shirts, and they just put the belt on Joe. That could be why. I mean, let's be honest. I don't see people with Wardlow shirts when I go to AEW shows. I don't know about you, but I just don't.
I don't see the Joes either.
I see more Joe shirts than Wardlow shirts.
You know what I would say, Jay? It's like what you said as far as like heel face, like. I like the gray, right? So I'm good with that. You want to tell me this guy's a heel, but he's doing this good, or vice versa, the guy's a face, and fuck this guy over. I'm good with that. I like it. I just think AEW is booking it like that way too much with every fucking storyline.
You know why I shit on these stars? You know why I shit on Wardlow, Ricky Starks, and all these motherfuckers? Because they're not AEW guys. They're WWE guys. And that's why I don't think they fit in this promotion. They just need to get the fuck out.
Yo, speaking, Jay, hold on, Jay, listen to this. And Anthony, I want your response on this because I know you like it when I come up with ideas. Speaking of WWE guys, what if next year one of these WWE guys decides to start a faction filled with WWE guys? And they decide to say, hey, fuck AEW. We were in the bigger, better company, and now we're here to fuck you all up. And now we get a faction war between WWE guys versus AEW guys on AEW. AEW essentially opening that forbidden door. And it's WWE versus AEW, but on AEW. What do you think about that, guys?
I think
when they present it to us, they'll present us the same way they did to the Invasion. A bunch of B-rated motherfuckers out there in the ring.
Hold on.
Hold on. Shit.
You just call the Outsiders.
Well, Outsiders didn't come in during the Invasion, let's be honest. It wasn't the Outsiders. If it was the Outsiders, that Invasion might have been entertaining. That's all I'm going to say. Well, real quick, I just want to say MJF is going to elevate everyone around him. That's the only good, real positive about all this. At the end of the day, no matter how long MJF is your champion, as long as he's in your company, he is going to elevate the game of everybody around him because you won't be able to make it to his level unless you step it up.
I don't doubt that. I'm sorry, Anthony. I know you were going to say, I'll let you talk. I was just going to say one thing.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. I just think it's just difficult of the book because of what they have as of now. I mean, as what they're using now. Now, we know they don't use stars like Miro, Malachi Black. I could keep going. But as of now, I just think it's very difficult to just put him with the right dance partner and then have him. That's just my opinion.
I agree. What you got, Ant?
All right. Well, two things I want to touch on. One, the first is, who do you think from WWE, like if they were to merge WWE and AEW together, kind of do like something that's never been done before, do you guys think that there's somebody in WWE that could, because I have my opinion on it, but do you think that there's somebody in WWE that could take that belt off of MJF? I think
Cody Rhodes.
Theory. No, theory. if you make Theory face, he will be just as big of a babyface as MJF is of a heel. Because he's already...
Maybe. That would be down the line, because don't forget, MJF's been doing this a little longer as far as the big stage goes. But, yeah, Theory's a great choice. I love Theory. Tonight, he was awesome. He was the best part of Raw tonight, without a doubt.
Yeah. The rest of the show is bullshit.
And we're going to get into Raw in just a moment. But first, watch a couple of videos of us giving away Dave LaGreca heads outside of Full Gear right now.
You're here now with Savage from Wrestling with Savage, the best wrestling show on at night. But this is Dave LaGreca, B-host Busted Open, the best show 9 to 12 every day on SiriusXM. And these guys are now going to start listening to Busted Open every single fucking day, because it is the best wrestling talk show in the world today! You're here now with Savage from Wrestling with Savage, the best wrestling show on at night. But this is Dave LaGreca, B-host Busted Open, the best show 9 to 12 every day on SiriusXM. And these guys are now going to start listening to Busted Open every single fucking day, because it is the best wrestling talk show in the world today! You. This is Savage from Whitestone, and I'm here with Jeremiah Kleckner. And he's going to tell me right now what he thinks about Swerve and Our Glory versus the Acclaim. Who's going to win right now, Jeremiah? Give it to me.
Acclaim have a lot of momentum right now, but I don't see how anybody beats Keith Lee. Let me put it this way. Friday night, Keith Lee said, we don't need to cheat, I'm the cheat code. And you're going to tell me that that's not accurate? Tell me at home, right now, look at yourself in the mirror and tell me what way are you going to beat Keith Lee at anything? A shoot fight, a wrestling match, a bench press competition, spelling bee, debate, pie eating contest. What are you beating him at? Tell me right now. I guarantee you, sit down with an SAT exam and tell me that you are going to beat Keith Lee's score. Tell me you're going to do that. He is the cheat code. I don't see how many
Can I tell you how we're going to do it? The one thing you didn't mention is sports entertainment, and Keith Lee ain't shit at that. So tonight, he's going to get fucking scissored, Daddy!
Yeah.
And we're back, and you just saw some commercials of videos that we did outside of Full Gear. Shout out to everybody that helped us do that. We got a couple of more we'll play later in the night, but unfortunately we have to get into Monday Night Raw, and it was really bad tonight.
I agree.
Guys. It was.
Let's just talk about AEW.
Can you hear me when I whisper, guys? You can hear me, right? Can you hear me?
Why don't we take 16 seconds and we'll do our Raw reviews. Ready? I'll go first.
Well, Raw was coming to you live tonight from Albany, New York. So, there, Albany, New York, potential AEW fans coming in the building. And I was wondering how they were going to approach Monday Night Raw after MJF won the championship. And you know how they approached it? How Vince McMahon would have approached it last year. This felt like either a Road Dogg Raw or a Vince Raw. It was fucking brutal. Kevin Owens opens up Monday Night Raw. This was all bad. I mean, even Kevin Owens couldn't make this shit good. Is anybody even excited about War Games?
No.
A little bit. A little bit. I'll say this, Savage, just one-liner. Like, what could they have done to compete with the other night? I think the only thing that could have been done to get like the fans into it is if Theory still had the briefcase, cashed in, made it really look like he was going to win. Like Roman was knocked out or something, and Roman ends up winning. Like something important happening. Tonight was just like
I'm going to say something because I know we were talking about AEW. Now AEW should take notes. I love the part where they never announced the fifth person in the women's Survivor Series.
Yeah, why do you waste that for Friday?
The elite. That's how they should approach it to the elite. You don't say a fucking thing. Keep your mouth shut. Hit the pay-per-view. Hit the music.
Imagine that pop if we didn't know.
Exactly. It would have been 10 times bigger.
Even though we probably still had an idea, it wasn't confirmed, it would have been great.
Speaking of that, who do you guys think is the fifth member?
Okay, so this is my thing. My sources out there were saying is Becky Lynch because they spotted her tonight. But I say that's bullshit. I'm going with Sasha Banks because there was a picture on Twitter that shows some blue hair under the hood. So I'm going to say Sasha Banks.
Anybody else got a guess?
I'm going to go with Jay on this one.
Okay.
I've been saying that since day one.
I'm going to say, as WWE does on a
Is that who you want, or is that who you think?
Nah, it's what I want and it's what I think.
Same for
think
you,
we
Ant?
need Sasha Banks
Yep.
back, so we need her back. So yeah, it's what I want.
How about you, Gilch?
I want Sasha, and I think you're all going to be let down when fucking Naomi comes out.
Oh God!
Oh no!
I deal with Naomi. Let's break.
You want to know? Do you want to know? I know who it is. I know who it is. I know who it is, and you're not gonna fucking like it.
Go.
Hannah J.
I know.
She is gonna come back, and she is gonna cost Bianca Belair this match, but she's gonna, befriend her on Friday, and then cost her the match on Saturday, and then take her title, and her name is Charlotte Flair.
Got another name for you.
I don't want... Yeah.
Chelsea Green.
Nah.
Ooh, that's...
Well, you know what? I think
maybe.
We would like that.
Maybe.
We would like that. We would like that, but I don't think there's way too many casuals.
I don't think they would slingshot. I don't think they would slingshot her into that type of match without her having some kind of a following, and nobody knows who the fuck she is in WWE. I mean, Emma would have had a better chance of being that fifth, but they already bring her back so Ronda could shit on her, and
I'm just gonna say this. I'm calling it right now. Next WrestleMania, I'm calling it Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. Calling it right now.
No.
Right now.
I hope not. I'd rather see Becky.
What the fuck?
Oh, what the hell?
What the fuck?
What is that? Gilch, what are you doing?
I don't know.
What's up with poker, bro?
What are you doing, Gilch?
I don't know. I clicked the button last.
Yeah, Gilch is trying to gamble live on the stream, man. We don't encourage. We don't encourage gambling on this show. Naughty behavior. Gilch, imagine that was something more personal.
I was like, did it say it was me doing it? Because I would click.
Yes, yeah. Gilch was playing poker time or something. I don't know. That's great. All right, so Kevin Owens comes out. He gets a chant. Brawling Brutes. Drew Mack comes down. Sheamus comes out. Says this Saturday will be a career-changing match. And he told Sammy that he's a Muppet and that he would crap his oozy little pants when he found out. Exactly, I'm sorry. He said he crapped his pants when he found out who the fifth member was. Prize fighter KO. Drew says you all are ready for a war. Out comes Judgment Day. This didn't make sense to me. Why are Judgment Day even getting involved in this? Did anybody even like that at all? No way, right? It was bad.
I was just tired of the whole entire night. I don't know how many freaking times that I got to hear the word war. Like the last 3 freaking weeks of Raw, all episode. I'm getting so tired of it. Just shut up.
Well, tonight they said it a lot, and they showed a lot of it in video packages all over the fucking place. Tonight felt like an hour of video packages, commercials hyping up War Games, and no real content actually hyping up War Games that actually worked. Not for me. I wasn't hyped about War Games at all after tonight. It was not good. Probably because I'm so interested in what's going on with AEW that I feel like WWE's losing me right now. As far as my main interest.
I gotta say this. Tony Khan has lazy shows, but he knows how to further storylines before pay-per-views. He does. WWE, it's like their builds for the week of a pay-per-view is just like, why are we sitting here watching this? What are we watching?
Well, let's talk about that. I'll go to Gilch first. This year, besides MJF, right? As far as WWE is concerned, what was the best storyline of the year so far for you?
Oh man.
And Jay, Anthony, you guys chime in anytime. Gilch might need a little more time.
That's fucking tough, bro.
For me, it was Seth and Cody. But that's me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think just the Cody comeback in general.
I thought that whole story was intriguing. I remember Jay was getting sick of it after 3 months. He's like, I'm done.
You know what made that really good? The fucking kayfabe behind it. Like we heard about it, and then you didn't hear nothing. And no rumors. Oh, maybe the deal's dead. This and that. I mean, we pretty much knew at WrestleMania. Look, it's got to be him. But there was some rumblings that, and I don't know. WWE probably put this out. Shane McMahon got on a plane, this and that. So, the disappointed fan in me, I was just waiting to hear, here comes the money. I was going to fucking go crazy. So I did enjoy that Cody thing. That's probably, my favorite story.
I mean, the backbone of the beginning of this show was all Cody Rhodes. That's what really made me want to talk about wrestling again. And watch wrestling again, a lot, and consume it. So, yeah, for me, it was definitely that. Jay, how about you?
It's going to be the same, but I really, really enjoyed the Survivor Series program Drew with Roman during the pandemic. I really enjoyed that match program. I thought it was a good storyline build-up. I really enjoyed that match.
Okay, how about you, Ant?
Well, it's not a feud, but what I'm going to say is I've been really into the honorary Uso thing with Sammy and the Bloodline.
Okay.
It's been, I mean, he's popped the whole entire Bloodline a lot throughout his time in being the honorary Uso. I find it great. I really do. I find it enjoyable. I think what I'm going to have, sorry if I'm going to go into a little bit of a prediction here for Saturday. I think that Sammy's going to mess something up for the Bloodline. Jey Uso is going to see, Jimmy. Jimmy's the one who don't like him, right? I can't tell the twins apart.
Jay's the one that hates him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Jay's going to get pissed off at him, turn on him, and then everybody's going to just turn on Sammy. The whole bloodline is going to just turn on Sammy. Not
it could happen.
I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on that just yet. I think they're going to hold on.
If that happens, KO will come in with a save, and then him and Sammy will become friends, tag team, and then challenge the Usos for the title at Mania. That's how I could see that going.
Exactly. Same page.
And then KO and Sammy will be.
Listen to how you say it.
What's the name of the team? Usi time.
But listen.
The Usi show.
But listen, would we really book it like that? Think about it. We're gonna bury KO to the tag team division, and with Sammy's getting so much over that he made again the Usos laugh this past Friday on SmackDown. He's so over right now. I would just put him in the main event against Roman Reigns.
Jay, you're right.
Put him in the main event.
You're right, because KO even said it tonight on Raw. He made it clear he wants to go after Roman Reigns and take that title off him. So we know that's where KO's head is.
I don't want to see it. I saw it too many times. 3 times.
I think he's just,
By the way,
shit.
this is also bad booking, bad creative, bad everything, because KO got reintroduced to us as a prize fighter. It says it on his fucking shirt that he came out with tonight. and now he's fucking doing the stunner as fucking finisher. We saw it in the match, and now we're seeing you here tonight. What the fuck? I thought we were over that bullshit.
Well, what'd you guys think of the match, though? Judgment Day versus the Brawling Brutes. KO hops on commentary. I actually thought his commentary was flat tonight, too. Nothing made me pop, really.
It's always like
I'm going to say right now, I didn't really enjoy that match at all.
Okay.
It was, because to me, it's just like, all right, great. Like, what are these matches for? Like, these advantage matches. Why are we doing these the week of a pay-per-view?
Yeah. None of it made sense.
I mean, hold on.
Well, the Judgment Day, they're not even fighting at Survivor Series against the Brawling Brutes.
Okay, but there's my next question.
So what's the fucking point of the match?
Why was Judgment Day out? Like, when Judgment Day came out, I'm like, what do they have to do with those, like, Drew McIntyre and the Brawling Brutes and Kevin Owens? Like, what I thought was going to happen was Finn Balor was going to say something about Kevin Owens, and then him and Kevin Owens were going to have a match.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been better than anything we saw tonight.
But why are we having a 6-man tag between two teams that has nothing to do with each other?
Because
that's an AEW booking.
You know why? Because they're probably going to go after each other after this whole War Games bullshit.
But what are you doing to give us a build for Saturday? You did nothing with that segment. Nothing.
Maybe they're testing the waters to see the pops and reactions between the two groups so they can determine who's going to take on the Bloodline after Survivor Series. Will the Brutes, Judgment Day? Maybe? I don't know. I have no idea. There's no real logical explanation for that match tonight. Not to me. Not as a fan. I didn't like it. Bad booking.
I didn't like it either. I did not like the choice in that.
Sheamus beats the shit out of Dom. Bro Kick gets the win. Now Finn, Balor, Damian going to work on Sheamus. Luke Gallows lands a big kick to the head of Priest that actually looked good. KO gets in the ring, hits Finn with a stunner. And I thought Finn could have sold that better. He looked like he didn't even attempt to sell that. Took a very flat bump and then was just holding his throat like, it looked bad. It looked bad. It looked like he didn't even want to take that stunner. But that's me. I don't know. Now we see Johnny Gargano. And all I'm going to say about that is this. I don't even care about anything Johnny said tonight. The only thing you need to know about Johnny Gargano is he lost to Omos.
Bullshit match.
Another match that, what does this do for Johnny Gargano? Jay, you were saying this guy was going to be the new babyface of the company. He just lost. Let me remind you, he just lost to Omos on Monday Night Raw.
You're on your show and you're disrespecting one of the top baby faces that we have.
How am I disrespecting? I just stated a fact.
NXT 2.0 all the way to Monday Night Raw. But I did see something great in this match. I saw botches. That's what I saw. I saw that Omos is as green as a motherfucker because when Gargano went for the suicide dive, Omos was supposed to catch him, but he did it because he's just too fucking stupid. So he had to go back and he had to do the crossbody from the outside so he could finally catch him and then hit it for the spot. God damn it, this guy is so green as a motherfucker. And then let's not forget the worst moment. Hold on. Let's not forget the worst moment of Monday Night Raw when Omos hit that fucking ring post that never hit his fucking head because it hit his fucking hands. God damn it, that was one of the worst spots that I ever seen this entire year. How am I gonna go on Thanksgiving eating fucking turkey, watching this fucking
All right, listen, you will be just fine eating your turkey, don't worry. But don't forget, it was supposed to be Miz versus Johnny, and Miz doing what Miz does, found a way to get out of the match again. Gilch, what did you get? What's your take on Omos versus Johnny, man? What, you got anything to add to that?
I'm going to say the same thing as Gilch, but I have something to add to it. Johnny Gargano can be the biggest babyface on Raw.
Yes.
But you have to putting him in a feud with fucking Miz. Bullshit to me. Because 1, 2.
Well, okay, hold on. Wait, you don't put him with Miz. Who you put him with then?
No, leave him where he's
Where's Tommaso?
He's hurt. He's out. He's out 9 months.
That's
He's
why
out.
we're
Okay,
leaving him in the stupid
so,
storyline. Waiting for Tommaso.
But wait a minute. But you know what? You could have put him in a feud.
With who?
You could have put him in a feud with. You could have put him on the shelf for a little bit, waiting for Kevin Owens to come back. There you go.
All right.
What they did was fuck us up.
And then who wins that feud? Johnny goes over Kevin? The guy that just main evented WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin is gonna lose to Johnny Gargano?
Yes.
Yo, Gilch, are you hearing this shit?
Okay.
I mean, I love Johnny.
That's the truth.
Yeah, okay, you love Johnny. Hold on, wait. You love Johnny, but is he beating Kevin Owens in a pay-per-view match 1-on-1?
Probably not.
Heel Owens. If Owens was a heel, yeah.
When Owens was a heel, he was a world champion. Let's remember that.
Yeah, but I'm talking feud. Mic work. In-ring work. Forget wins and losses right now. Put that away. If you throw that away for a second, or put that to the side for a second, that would be one. That would be one of the cool. Like for me, because they're both great in-ring workers. They're both fantastic on the mic when they don't have a goddamn script in front of them. They're great. Those two guys are great. Gargano is amazing.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano. Kevin Owens showed up to Monday Night Raw and beat the biggest face in the company on his first night. That's something we've never seen any NXT superstar do. So
I seen it before.
Who'd you see? Who?
Riddle versus AJ beat him straight up.
Stop it. Don't compare it. Stop it.
Rewind it. That was probably one of the best moments. I didn't expect that. Debut match. Riddle.
Is that real? Gilch, that happened? Riddle beat AJ in his debut match?
Yes.
I can't even find that believable.
Google it. Go ahead, Gilch. Google it. Go ahead.
I'm Googling it.
Debut match?
Yeah, on your little phone. Go look it up.
Anyway, the match with Johnny and Omos was shit. Complete shit. It was nice to see Big E in a new commercial tonight. That did make me happy. Not going to lie to you.
I'm going to say this. I really am concerned. I don't really think we're going to see him wrestle anymore. I really don't think, guys.
We're gonna talk more about that.
Jay's right.
We're going to talk more about that as soon as we're back right here on Wrestling with Savage. Watch this other video, last video with a fan.
This is Savage, I'm here with Jim, another fellow member of the Busted Open Nation, and he's going to get a free Dave LaGreca head signed by Dave LaGreca today. Jim, tell us, why do you love Busted Open?
I love Busted Open because I listen to it every morning and it gets me through my morning. And Dave LaGreca and all his guests are the best.
Every fucking day, it gets him through his fucking day. Jim, fellow Busted Open Nation member, here with Savage from Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast at night for professional fucking wrestling. Dave LaGreca shit. This is Savage. I'm here with Jim.
Are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
Because they are the best tag team in the world today. Woo!
All right, we're back on Wrestling with Savage. Enough about Johnny. Let's get into that Seth Rollins interview from tonight. Jay, what did you think of Seth Rollins' interview and the fact that he wasn't in the ring tonight?
Jesus Christ, man. He could be in the ring or not. The guy's a fucking star. This is what you need to fucking start the show in fucking Albany. Are we from New York, guys? Because I know I'm from fucking New York, and this is how the show should have fucking started. I don't care if it was a 10-second video. I don't care if the motherfucker just came out and said, "Whoa, oh, I don't give a shit." What it was. This is what it needed to be. I thought, look, I was 16 years old passing out flyers. This is what the show reminded me of. It was just a promotion. It's basically promoting everything for this coming Saturday morning. So I am hyped for this match. I thought Seth sold it great. His facials were great. I mean, what more can you say? I also love the theory because I kind of knew that just came off from the top of his head. He wasn't reading no cue cards. I thought he was at first, but he really wasn't. So that kind of surprised me. So I didn't expect that out of him. So I thought he cut one hell of a promo after Seth Rollins cut a nasty video. So I did like this. I thought this was the fucking highlight of the fucking show. Pass it to Gil. What do you think, Gil? Because I know Gil is a Seth freaking Rollins cult follower. Oh, all right, go ahead, Gil.
Yeah, man. We need him with the
right. I know I suck.
Star power lacking a little bit on Raw. Have him there. Get the intro. You get the crowd into it. Let him cut the promo in the ring. I don't know why they did it this way. I just don't. What do you think, Ed?
I don't know why. You know, I have no words for
exactly.
Without Seth Rollins having a match on Raw, you really can tell the difference in the show. His presence was missed. Lack of star power tonight. Lack of roster depth. You could see it. Raw is in big fucking trouble in my eyes. We're going to get into a couple of more things on Raw that really pissed me off. We got a Theory promo package, which was great. This was like his response. His response to Seth Rollins, letting us know that he's still all serious business. He's not a little kid anymore. He's not the same kid. Him hitting rock bottom was the best thing that could happen to him. And from everything we've seen, which it's going to go right into his match with Ali next. And to me, so far, this has been the best part of the night. Ali can go. We all know he can go. But watching him go against someone like Theory is a pleasure. Jay, he can go. Just not on Triple H's booking, okay? But the kid can go. He can't cut a promo, but he can wrestle.
The kid is going buried 6 feet underground. That's where the kid's
anyway,
going.
Theory murdered this guy.
That's what I saw Friday SmackDown. That's what I saw tonight.
Theory was able to maintain that intense, vicious attitude that I love to see from last week.
Savage. Let's face it, Savage. Let's cut the bullshit. We use Ali just like we use Ziggler. We use them as tools to get people, to make people over.
Well,
these guys that really have fucking. Hold on. We abuse these guys that have some sort of talent, and guess what? When they had the momentum, we shoot them down. We shoot them with a fucking rifle.
Vince McMahon.
Now I'm gonna tell you when Ali had momentum, when he did that Twitter bullshit a few years back. He had the momentum then. Boom. What happened? We shot that shit down. And now what we see tonight? We seen him get buried on live fucking TV. We saw it this past Friday on SmackDown, and now we're seeing it this Monday. If you don't remember, just look at his fucking tape bandage all over his fucking hip and his fucking chest. God damn it. They're burying this motherfucker. This guy is horrible. Put him on my list. Buy it for $29.99. If you guys don't know where the fuck to buy it, please Google us. Let's do it.
All right. Well, on a normal night, I would be ripping fucking Jay's ass up right now, but my voice will not allow for it. So Jay's gonna get a pass tonight on all the bullshit he's babbling about. Gilch, you have anything to say about Ali, Theory, what happened next? Jay wouldn't even let me finish. I was just trying to tell you all that Ali did hit a nice sunset flip powerbomb off the top rope into a perfect 450 splash. Theory quickly took his ass down, though, to A-Town down. And it seemed Theory was also busted open this match. He was bleeding from the forehead, I believe. Bobby comes on down, talks shit, What did you think about all that, Gilch? The match and then the whole segment with Bobby and Theory running away and causing poor Ali to get another whooping from Lashley.
I kind of didn't really give a shit about any of this. To be honest with you, the only thing I really did like, and I liked it a lot, was what we mentioned earlier. It was an obvious concerted effort from the announce team and creative to start to make this kid Theory into a fucking man. They made the comment about, if it was a couple of weeks ago, he'd be pulling out his cell phone to take selfies, but now he's all business. So I love that. Actually making him into a player. Everything else, I don't know. I just don't. Thumbs down for me.
You didn't even like the match either?
It was okay.
Okay.
Listen, Ali could wrestle, right? Ali could wrestle, but he's got the personality, and other guys got the personality of a fucking rock.
I agree, 100%. And how about you? Did the match do anything for you? And tell me what you thought about Theory's promo, and then the whole segment with him and Bobby. Any interest there?
No. This really, I didn't really have much of an interest with it. Ali, when are they going to put him in a situation to win? Because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing this guy going on TV every week, getting his ass beat by either Theory, Seth Rollins, Lashley, Joe Schmo, Omos. Like, when are we going to see this guy win? This guy is a great talent, and you're wasting him. You're pulling a Vince McMahon move and wasting this guy. This guy he's a great in-ring work, and you're blowing him.
But you're talking about Ali, right?
Yeah.
But he's got no personality, though. That's the problem. WWE is a personality company.
Put him down to NXT.
He was on NXT.
He needs to go back down there.
And do what? Put over Grayson Waller? Okay.
No, put him back in a performance center and teach him on how to freaking do a promo.
No, you can't teach that shit. You can't.
Yeah, right. We know that, right? 30, 40 years of watching wrestling.
You cannot.
We've seen guys
teach it.
Leaps. Yeah, we've seen guys take leaps in
I actually want
a lot more often than get better at promos.
You guys know that Ali's from here. Ali's a Long Island guy.
You know how I know you can't teach that, Ant? Just look at Bobby Lashley's promo tonight. He's even stuttering out there against fucking Theory. I know you guys. I know you heard about that. I know you heard that stutter, Jay.
I want to talk about that.
Oh yeah, but it's funny because we have a guy from Long Island that's in WWE who is getting thrown around like a jobber, and then we have another guy named MJF who's just the king of Long Island, which I absolutely love.
Well, personality, though.
Because I thought Matt fucking Cardona was the king of Long Island, but go ahead.
Not any fucking more. That's another reason why Cardona might want to go to AEW instead of WWE. That would be a sick.
Nuts. He'd be absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. He's gonna get shit on by MJF like hard.
And he could probably get a little like early, not creative control, but at least.
Although I'll say this, Cardona might be able to beat up Maxwell Jacob Friedman in a real fight, though. Maybe.
Oh yeah, hands down.
I don't know though. MJF is a scrappy one.
Yeah, he's got the ring.
MJF would kick my ass for hearing me say that. Hit me with that Dynamite Diamond ring. By the way, Dynamite Diamond ring. Are we keeping that thing? Because now he's the champ. Does he need the ring anymore?
I'm done with like the actual tournament for it. Just make it like a permanent piece of jewelry.
Yeah. I'm MJF. I'm the Dynamite Diamond Ring Super Champ. Suck my dick.
I know we were talking about it, but like, gun to head, who's the first guy that he works a program with?
Ethan Page or Ricky Starks. Has to be one of those two. Ethan Page or Ricky Starks. And I'm assuming it's going to be Ethan Page. I feel like the firm is going to screw Ricky Starks, and then Ricky will be the next one in line to take an L to MJF. It's going to be Ethan, then Ricky, and then I don't know who the third guy is. Who's going to... Maybe Kenny Omega will do the job. Someone's going to lose to MJF.
This is what I said on Wednesday, and everybody was like, no. Everybody thought I was crazy.
You never know. I don't know. Real quick, I'll go to Jay first. Who's winning the triple threat this Saturday? Rollins, Lashley, or Theory?
Seth.
Everybody, Seth retains. Yeah.
I think just the way they're building Theory, I think
we just stayed.
Go ahead, Ed. I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna say, even though he's not in the match, I want to say Grayson Waller. So
maybe
he should be in that match.
I don't know, man.
He should be in that match.
Just like I mentioned before, the way they're building Theory is super hard, like commentary and everything. I don't think I'd be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked with him winning right now, but
I mean, we also know that Seth.
He'll
put over anyone. He doesn't give a shit. Like you want him to put guys over on the biggest spots, WrestleMania, whatever it is, he'll do it. So
I don't know what they have planned for Seth Rollins, but I think he's still the U.S. champ at WrestleMania. That's what I think. I think he wants to add a level of prestige to that only he can right now. So,
but I mean, I want to see him in a. When do we get a world title? Cody has the belt
next year. Yeah, next year. I believe so. We'll find out, though. We get a video package of Alpha Academy and then a match. Alpha Academy, Otis and Gable versus Riddle and Elias. Riddle gets the win. Floating brawl off the top rope. At least Elias wins. This match was okay. Jay, what'd you think of this match?
This is what I think.
Yeah, it's shit, right?
This is what happens. This is real conversations with Jay right now. I always loved the Elias character from NXT until he came in the main roster. But this is what happens when you put him in stupid fucking storylines with the Ezekiel and all the other bullshit. Because you know what, guys? What I saw out there was Ezekiel moves. I know you guys saw it too. It didn't look right. It didn't feel right when he came out. He didn't even get a huge pop. Not even a fucking pop. He just got a yay. That was it. You could tell this guy's already buried. I think he got buried when he did that whole Ezekiel bullshit.
Well, I blame Albany, bro. Albany is a bad fucking crowd, man. Those people are fucking zombies on Monday night.
No, I'm really just going to end it with this just real quick. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just done, and I'm done with Elias, and I think tonight everybody else is done.
Maybe. I don't know. It's all shit. Gilch, any comments on this and how they're booking?
Old school fucking Elias fucking entrance, please. Give me some guitar. Give me something. It's like,
yo, turn this guy back into the Drifter and be done with it.
His music hits. I mean, there's some. Yeah, there's.
What you got to say about Elias and Riddle picking up the win tonight?
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this match. I'm tired of seeing this match 3 weeks in a row. Take Elias, take him out of a tag team, and Riddle, because Riddle and Elias are better than that.
Okay, I mean, I agree with you. Gable and Otis have been good performers this year. I'll give them that.
Yes, but I want to. You need to. First of all, you need to get the Raw titles off of the Usos. Give them the SmackDown titles, because there's two big titles that are being held hostage with the Bloodline. Take those two off. Put the Raw titles back on Raw, and build a tag team division. Stop putting together single wrestlers.
Two random guys, exactly.
Can I say something to that? I just want to end it with saying tonight just proves it to me in my eyes, in my perspective. I'm trying to have an open perspective here. It just proves that Randy Orton is not going to come back anytime soon. That's what it proves to me.
But also,
possible.
Do you know that this is my feeling. My feeling right now is Triple H has to clean up the biggest shithole that Vince McMahon left for the past 7 years, or however long he's been ever since he left. He threw Triple H out, fired him, or whatever. Triple H has to deal with all of this aftermath.
Well, it's not an easy job, but he's definitely up to doing it.
No, it's not.
Well, anyway, Triple H right now can't really do whatever he wants just yet because there's still a lot of things that he has to, like you said, throw under the rug, clean up. He's got to get rid of merch that's probably sitting on shelves. He's got to sell fucking all kinds of shit they have in their warehouse that they can't get rid of. He's got to find ways to make people get reactions. He's got to create storylines.
Yeah.
He's got to have meetings with writers that come to him with storylines. And half of them aren't even listenable. Like, you can't even listen to these storylines that these stupid fucking writers are writing. So Triple H got to deal with a lot.
Yeah.
So it's going to take some time. Yeah. It's going to take time.
Oh, no, of course. Like, I'm going to call it now. 2023. Everything's going to be cleaned up, and Triple H is going to. He is going to make AEW shit themselves.
Well, I wouldn't go that far because, like I said, right now I feel like they're in trouble because AEW's world champion is more interesting than WWE's world champion. Unfortunately, for me, that's how I feel right now. I know who Roman Reigns is. I've seen him be the champion before. Big dog, tribal chief, my yard. Acknowledge me. Yeah, okay, you're the man. Great. MJF can cut a better promo than you twice on Sunday, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah. But that's the only way that they're in trouble. Imagine 2024 comes around, or 2026, I wouldn't be shocked. Bidding war in 2024 with MJF per storyline. But just out of nowhere, you just see him on fucking
Raw. I know who else is taking a loss to MJF next year. His name's Hangman Adam Page.
There you go.
One of the first guys I thought of.
He's taking another L, 100%. All right. What does Raw do now? They show us another video package of War Games sucking off the bloodline. Ugh. And another one about the fucking Team Bayley versus Team Bianca. Ugh. Now we get a match. All right, but first they show us a segment. Corbin and JBL playing poker, chilling. And now Drew McIntyre randomly shows up, slaps Corbin, sets up a match. And this is probably the most random thing I saw on Raw. What business does Drew have shitting on Corbin's new gimmick already? I mean, we just turned Corbin into a machine again, where he's coming out, end of days, again wins, and now he's just taking a clean L to... Corbin's just taking a clean L to Drew? Anybody else? Jay, you have any thoughts on this? Why? Any explanation?
Listen, guys,
what does this accomplish?
I really want to get into the match because it's fucking botch city, but I'm gonna go into this segment. No, it doesn't make sense at all. I don't understand it. I don't know why you buried.
Thank God we're almost done with this fucking show. Raw's almost over. It's fucking bad.
I honestly don't know, Savage. I'm with you 100%.
Fucking bad.
I have no idea.
Like, to me, this is not a Triple H show. Like, I feel like the only segment that felt like Triple H was the Theory segment. That was the only segment that felt like a Triple H segment.
You gotta get rid of
I say Judgment Day too. I put Judgment Day there too. That felt like his segment too.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I like the Judgment Day faction, but you can't put them in a segment like to where they don't belong.
Listen, tonight, Finn Balor lost a lot of respect for me tonight. The fact that he had to put his hand in MJF's fucking bag and say, all right, he's going to call himself the devil over there, then I'll be the devil over here. Because my demon name isn't good enough, so now I'm the devil. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It wasn't a shot.
Yes, it was.
I can't knock him that much because AEW does it all the time with the references. The only difference is probably half the crowd in there, like super casual.
Yeah, but that's because half of them can't get over. Right. They need to do shit like that just to get a reaction. Finn Balor doesn't need to do that. Now, whether or not he meant it as a shot, it's a shot. people that watch AEW and are fans of the devil, that's a shock to them, whether you like it or not.
Okay, most of those fans are in the bizarre world when they watch AEW, so they not really know what the hell is going on. Okay, let's just remember that fact before you say it.
How do you come to that conclusion?
Just remember that.
Actually, there's another thing. You guys do know that a lot of this crowd is used to seeing Vince McMahon shit, and they don't know how to react to a lot of shit. They don't. Albany doesn't. They were in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. No reaction there because nobody knows. What do we?
Listen, the last few WWE shows I go to, honestly, half the crowd there feels like it's a crowd at medieval times. Like they're just there to get some food and hot dogs and
on their cell phone
and pass some time. You know, and then the other half, they're like actually invested, involved, happy to see wrestlers, happy to see matches. The other people on their phones, zombies, or just snowflakes that don't have a voice and don't know how to use it.
But again, it's sad.
I don't care. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now we get a shot of the OC before their exclusive interview. Real exclusive when they're on the Raw brand. You fucking idiots. Pissing me off. I don't even care. This shit was bad. It ends up in a fucking big brawl. Finn says he's the devil and that you never dance again when you fight with the devil. Brawl breaks out. Best part of this was Damien bashing Gallows in the head with a car door. Finally, security shows up. This shit ends. I don't think anybody has anything to say on that. And even if you do, I don't think anybody wants to hear it. This shit is terrible. Now we get a segment. Asuka, Bianca, Alexa cutting another shitty promo in the ring, trying to hype up this match at Survivor Series, but it's not working. Bayley comes out saying you expect us to believe you have a fifth member, but you're going to make us wait until SmackDown? Blah, blah. More shit. This leads into the main event, which I couldn't even believe. This was the main event. I was shocked to see Rhea Ripley, and I love Rhea Ripley, but this match was shit. This main event was shit. The hype was shit.
Wait, who did she face in the main event?
Asuka. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. And Gilch, I'll go to you first. Oh, yeah, you want to go first? Go ahead.
So, sorry.
Go for it. What you got?
Those two had a match in NXT.
Yeah, that was probably good.
It was Bianca, the feuds that Rhea Ripley had with Bianca, Asuka, in NXT, and Charlotte were better than the ones on Raw, or main roster. Why are their matches and their segments such dog shit?
Well,
but yet
I'll tell you why. That match you're talking about, that was a Triple H storyline from NXT Black and Gold. Now, this whole Damage Control Bianca, this is still all attached to Vince McMahon's WWE.
No.
SummerSlam, right? Damage Control debut?
That was when, but SummerSlam was when Triple H took over.
Doesn't matter. They planned 6 months in advance. This is all Vince McMahon shit. Just like you said, they got to clean it up. Vince had Damage Control booked for SummerSlam.
Probably gonna get
from probably like April or May.
I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate on this with all the Alexa Bliss people, but she needs to go.
She doesn't have any fans anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
She needs to go because she's horrible in the ring. She reached her ceiling.
Was she always this bad?
Sucks on the mic.
No.
Wasn't she good for her? Like, I'm trying to remember. There was some Alexa matches which I really fucking enjoyed.
She was better than everybody for a while. She was great.
And I don't remember the last time I've seen her look halfway fucking decent in the ring.
I was a fan of her when she was like that I'm better than you, like the when she was.
I'll tell you what happened.
Like the bratty bitch.
What happened is all these big beefy women are showing up, kicking ass like Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez, and you look at them, and now when you look at Alexa Bliss, Jay, you're shaking your head, but subconsciously that's what is happening to everybody. They're seeing these monstrous women, and now they're looking at the other woman, and it's Ronda Rousey, Shayna. How can those women compete with Alexa? Alexa's going to compete with them? Come on.
Never.
No.
We are never going to see Raquel Rodriguez on TV for this next coming year. I'm telling you right now.
Why?
After that bullshit she did with Liv Morgan.
What did she do?
Body. And let me tell you something. After that stunt, I don't want to see Liv Morgan.
What happened? Tell me this. I missed SmackDown. What happened?
Liv Morgan at one point, whatever match was, whether it was a week or two ago, whatever it was, basically was going for the crossbody. She was on the barricade. She got on top and she was behind the announcer. Raquel Rodriguez was lined up, a table behind her. She was standing there. She was supposed to catch her and fall through the table. And instead, Liv Morgan went for the crossbody, slightly hit the table. Raquel Rodriguez caught but never fall to the table at all. She didn't even fall at all.
They both suck.
So, with that being said, I don't think we should see her on live TV. I wouldn't even put her in the main event.
Speaking of bumps, I want to give a shout out to Jungle Boy, who probably took the bump of the year on Saturday, man. That elbow drop was a nasty fall, and I want Gilch. Did you watch it? I know, but I saw it when I came home. And
you didn't have like a great view of it live when
no,
he actually hit? Because I did.
Yeah, I saw your video. That's
right. I had a great video.
I saw it on the way home, and I was like, holy shit.
Security guy was sitting down. I had the beautiful angle right over his head, and I saw him land, and I said, he broke his arm. I was convinced. He broke his arm, shattered his elbow, something, the way he fell. So
you know the deal. I can't stay at your section the whole time unless there's a seat. If there's no seat, I gotta move. I mean, I can only stand at the beginning and at the end of matches. And Gilch, you gotta admit, I'm pretty good at knowing when the match is about to end because I show up and you're like, oh, here's Savage is back.
He had what's the word? Like kinetic connection. Like every time my cousin or myself had to go to the bathroom, I'd come back down and there he was. He's like, oh, you guys are back? All right, see you later. And then he'd come back down and it was funny.
Man, I got lucky. Thank God we had that security guard. He was a blessing. He was a gentleman.
That guy didn't give a fuck, and that was great.
Because they actually told him, look out for this guy. If he's any trouble, tell us and throw him out immediately. Basically,
that's what he goes. He goes, they're watching you, right? We're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but this is a good sign though. I was able to do what I wanted to do. I didn't cause any trouble. I didn't go, over the top excessive to, make too much attention to myself. And at the end of the day, I went right up to all the guards in their face with that David LaGreca sign. And nobody fucking bothered me. So I think I'm in the clear, Gilch. I think by the time the next show rolls around to New York, they won't be looking at me the same way they did in Atlantic City.
To avoid the fucking locker room.
Well, maybe I'll be getting in the locker room with that media pass if I ever get it. We'll see. But main event, Rhea Ripley, Asuka. Anybody have any comments to this shit? It was a bad Raw. Big brawl breaks out, Mia Yim. And what was it? Why wasn't Mia Yim out there right away? She took forever to come out. We don't know who the fifth member is, which I think they dropped the ball. You want to sell more pay-per-view buys? Or premium live events, as they're calling them nowadays. Bring out somebody that people give a shit about.
I got the way they debuted Mia Yim was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It was, and it wasn't her fault.
That's up for worst debut of the year, maybe. Honestly, it's up there.
Oh, that was so bad. The camera angle didn't even catch her face. I'm like, who the fuck is it? Turn around.
Well, you guys got to remember. When she was doing that I forgot the faction that she did during the pandemic, but she was wearing a mask the whole time.
Dude, listen,
Nobody knew
when Nikki Cross had a better re-debut than you, you know something went wrong. Because Nikki Cross's was bad, too. She's right after Mia for me. Those were like the 2 worst returns I've seen on TV this year for WWE.
Nikki Cross, to me, was one of the best ones. Because they finally got rid of that.
You didn't even know who the fuck it was for like 2 minutes. You didn't know it was Nikki Cross right away?
Not gonna lie, I didn't even fucking recognize Karrion Kross when he came back because he had hair.
Yeah, that's true too. And he didn't have a stupid fucking mask on his face from the 80s.
He walked out looking like Savage.
Anyway, for me, it was a bad ending for Raw. Raw gets a big thumbs down. I hated it. There's no way it's show of the week this week. No way even close. Real quick, Jay, what was the show of the week last week to you?
Oh, man.
For me, it was NXT.
I can't even believe you asking me.
I know NXT.
Hands down, SmackDown.
SmackDown, huh? Okay.
Was the best show of that past week.
Okay. And how about you, Gilch?
I watched SmackDown tonight since we were home all weekend. As someone who doesn't watch NXT, for me, yeah, I'd probably agree on SmackDown.
I think was like 98% invested in that match.
Okay. How about you, Ant? What you got?
I'm gonna go with Dynamite from last week, even though it was a lackluster show, but it delivered. There was the storylines that needed to be delivered before the pay-per-view. Tony Khan did further and deliver.
Okay. For me, it was NXT, mostly because of the match that I saw between JD McDonough and Apollo Crews. That was the match of the week last week. Hands down, not good even match. Close. That match was so good, so well done. JD McDonough is on his way. That kid is going to be a massive superstar. He's like a mini Bryan Danielson, except better. Takes better bumps, gives better moves, has a better move set. He's money, bro. Money in the ring. Have you watched a lot of his work, Gilch? Because, I mean, when I first met you, you were talking so much about NXT and NXT superstars. And I'm talking about night one when we were sitting down together. And I was like, how much did you pay for those seats? And you were going on and on about NXT and what they're doing with NXT superstars. And I don't even know if you watch NXT.
No. I went back and watched a lot of stuff. One of my favorite matches I watched the other night was it was one of the takeovers. I forget where it was, but it was like I think it was a 6-man ladder match for the first ever North American title. Adam Cole, Killian Dane.
Great match.
What a fucking match,
man!
Like that's like I told like my cousin who doesn't really know anything about NXT. Like I gave him my Peacock login. I'm like, watch this match, and just from there we'll just go down the line with the NXT stuff because it is. I could see. It's like I mentioned in our group chat. I could see why this shit blew up. I mean, it's the style of wrestling for the most part is AEW before AEW was a thing.
So, like, as a wrestling fan, avid wrestling fan, what would it take for NXT to start gaining your interest again? What is it that they're not doing that is not letting you tune in each week? And not necessarily live, but like maybe DVR later on. Because I don't even think you keep up with the show at all, right? Just from what me and Jay tell you or what you see on Facebook.
I DVR it, and then by Thursday, Friday, I just delete it off the DVR when I watch it usually. And to answer your question, like what could they do or what are they doing that I don't like? Nothing really on them. It's a matter of finding the fucking time to watch another hour of fucking wrestling. It's
listen, you're not wrong. That's why I don't watch Impact, and it's crazy because I actually hear more about Impact now because I watch I listen to Busted Open.
Yeah.
And I still can't get into it. I tried to watch it last week, right? And the few times I've tried to watch it, I just can't do it.
Good wrestling, and I don't want to sound like one of these marks that's like, oh, I can't watch it because there's not enough pyro or the crap. But I feel
I don't
care
about the crowd.
No, to me, the whole scale of it is just fucking small. Like, you know, when you could hear a guy sneeze in the arena, you hear like a fan sneeze. Like, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Like I said, I hate to be a fucking mark that says, oh, you don't just watch it for the great wrestling. Yeah, I do, but I need like a little something else there for me to watch it.
I come down to your answer, man. It's 1 extra hour, 2 hours. How long is Impact? 2 hours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I cannot. I don't think I can do 2 more hours of wrestling a week between AEW, NXT, Raw. I would love to watch Impact if there was 36 hours in the day.
Yeah.
But there isn't. I'm not going to get those 2 hours back. And
how long are Impact's pay-per-views?
3 hours probably, I would assume.
I believe so.
That's what Tony Khan needs to start doing. Make it 3, like 2, like at least 3 or 4 hours.
So
don't make it 5.5, almost 6.
So I got a question for you on that. How many matches were there Saturday? Do we know the total tally?
10.
10. All right. You had 5 hours. You want to do 3 hours, so that means you got to knock off probably 4 of those matches.
You can do 7. You can get 7.
Okay, but how many matches were on 0?
That's 10.
0 hour?
That's 10 altogether, all night, including 0 hour.
Right, but how many matches were on the 0 hour?
So
two or 3.
Oh, 2 or 3 is what I meant. Yes, that'd be the 7.
Okay, so you could.
So cut that hour.
But going back to what you said,
even if you cut that hour, it's still 4 hours. The show didn't fucking end till 12 o'clock.
Not only that, but Orange Cassidy's one thing, but you get like Ricky Starks is on that. Like, we can't cut that match. Like, you know, we got to have Ricky on a pay-per-view. So
dude,
like,
the fact that Orange Cassidy isn't defending that title on this pay-per-view card, main card, shows you how irrelevant that fucking title is.
100%, Anthony. I agree with you 1,000%. The pay-per-views are way too fucking long. And I watched the last 2 or 3 pay-per-views with friends in the movie theater because they're doing that, like watching it in the movie theater and shit like that. You're fucking exhausted. Even at the movie theater, you're exhausted by the end of the night.
Yo, I wanted to go crazy for the Acclaimed, but I couldn't because I have been there. I've been there for 5 hours already.
But if you think about it too, when you even go to an AEW show, you're spending the same amount of time there.
Dude, if you go early, I got there at 4:30, right? 4:30, Acclaimed isn't wrestling till 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. How am I going to go crazy for them 7 hours later, especially the way I yell and scream and all this shit?
But it's like we've mentioned before. You come out Wednesday night. I say you come out Wednesday night. Say you have your kid with you who's 12. You got school the next day, work the next day. Those fucking events, by the time the Rampage taping's over, maybe Tony Khan comes out, you're getting out of there at 12:30 at night. It's great. It's and we've seen how many Rampages have we seen where the crowd has nothing left? You know,
a lot of them. I mean, what I honestly think of what they should do is cut Rampage, do Rampage live Friday night.
2 hours.
2 hours. Yes.
I'm okay with that, but it's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of wrestling, man.
Just go till 10. Do Dark Elevation. Go and then do the Dynamite till 10.
I want to know how much of a benefit are they really getting from showcasing all these wrestlers that don't even have merch? What benefit are they getting from showcasing all these wrestlers who can't make them additional money the moment the show goes off the air? Am I wrong? Am I saying something stupid?
No, I agree with you.
Rampage should be filled with fucking stars who are going to sell your fucking merch, your toys, your shirts, your belts.
Listen, your average AEW fan is probably, 30 to 40, right? It's a Friday night. Most people work 5 days a week. Not everyone. Most people do. You want to kick back on the fucking couch at 10 o'clock at night, have a beer, have a fucking drink, and watch some good fucking wrestling. And it's like there's no energy for the crowd the last hour. It takes away from the product.
I mean, I feel bad for MJF's mom. She's got to be there like fucking 8 hours to watch her son win a world championship. By the time they get to it, she's probably ready to go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, the moment that she probably woke up was when the ref finally counted 3. That was probably the moment she was like, "Oh shit, okay." My son won the title.
I got a quick 10-second MJF story. I'm walking down back to my seats from the top, and guy goes to me, "Hey, nice scarf." And I said, "Yeah, you too, but is that the real one?" He's like, "Of course it is." I was like, "Oh, me too." I turned around and realized who he was with. It was MJF's father. I thought it was a rando. So I'm like, is that the real scarf?
Nice. Yeah, MJF's dad is cool. His mom is cool. I managed to get him busted open earlier today. Here's the call.
We're talking, Mark, before the show. We only got about 60 seconds. But Bully's favorite call, Savage. Savage, you got 50 seconds, buddy.
Busted open this shit, Mark. You better watch out. Don't fuck with Bully or I'll powerbomb you and your family through a fucking table. I never thought I would say it. God bless the devil. Christmas came early. Full Gear was the most fun I've ever had at a show. Enjoying it with the chapters of the Busted Open Nation who showed up from all over the country to watch what was the perfect ending to an excellent story about the rise of the new king of professional wrestling. And we've had Flair, we've had Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, Cena, Roman Reigns, and now there is MJF who has slingshotted his way past.
But we're not. Fortunately,
to elevate everyone.
All right, well, Savage, thank you for the phone call. Great way to end the show. Bully Mark, awesome show today.
Good stuff. I can't believe it's over.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, go to @busted_open SXM on Instagram. We'll talk to everybody tomorrow right here on Busted Open. Don't forget.
Yeah, they cut that off. I wish I had another minute or two on there. I don't know if you caught. Dave even said, "Man, I wish we had more time."
Yeah, I did. I heard that.
Now, my voice, I don't even know how I was able to yell the way I did.
Nationally syndicated commercial for Busted Open has Savage on it. I mean,
yeah, that was pretty cool. That was probably the cherry on the cake after, the weekend and the week leading up to this. And then, asking me to do it. And then Gilch telling me I just heard it. So then I was like, oh, okay, let me start listening to Sirius all day. And eventually, there it is. During some other fucking show at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever, I'm listening to Dave LaGreca. And then I hear my voice. For a quick second. I don't get to say a lot. Just Busted Open, the best wrestling show. That's it. That's my line. Not the best wrestling show in the world. Busted Open, the best wrestling show. But that's the first time in my life that I've been on the radio throughout the United States and world. Sirius isn't just United States. The whole world can listen to Sirius XM. So, yeah, that was pretty sweet, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. Busted Open. Wow. What a weekend. MJF's mom. Congratulations to you. Anybody else have anything to add tonight? We got anything else? You guys want to talk about NXT's tomorrow?
One last thing. NXT, I know you guys will talk about that old NXT with all those wrestlers that we see now. But shout out to big Tony D. That's right, baby. I see you on the live events. You're basically going after Braun. This is what I predicted. Hopefully it comes true. You take the title off him and Braun moves up. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. And you got anything for us? You're watching NXT tomorrow. Are you excited about anything tomorrow night? We got Grayson Waller coming up. You got Wes Lee versus Carmelo Hayes. What else we got tomorrow, Jay, on that card? All right.
I'm pretty excited about that match.
Roxanne Perez, one of the top rising babyface.
Yeah, Wesley and that match is going to be nasty. That's got those two have so much for obviously storyline. Those two guys have so much tension, and I can't wait to see that unfold tomorrow night.
Yeah, Gilch, that's got to be the thing I've loved about NXT the most this year is the shock that I've had at how well they develop stories for their characters. I mean, I got to see Santos Escobar and Tony D'Angelo have like a 4-month-long feud, and by the end of it, it made me love Tony D'Angelo.
So it did its job. Santos Escobar looks like a mid.
Isn't he the Don of NXT, right?
He's Tony? The Don of it. That should be your boy.
Soon to be the Don of WWE.
Yeah, he was the Don, and now he's the Don of the mids.
Well, we're gonna find out.
You're a big fan.
He's a mid. He's a straight up mid. He's about to lose this coming Friday at SmackDown. Stay tuned, 8 o'clock right there. You know what it is. Fox Sports.
Savage, let me throw in my last one-liner. Speaking of Friday, like Jay just said, if you are a shopper Friday, AEW shop has like 50% off across the fucking board. Shit's gonna be like nothing. So
50% off on shit that won't get to you till after Christmas.
That's fine. That's fine. And listen, if they take 20-30% off that fucking belt on Friday, I'm buying it.
And there's no way they're taking 30% off that belt. And if they do, I might beg you to buy me one, and I'll pay you back with interest. But I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, if they do that, I would tell you, yeah, buy it, because yeah, you're
50% off figures, 40% off autographs, 40% off posters, 30% off hats, 25% off everything else. So let's see if that's true to form.
Well, if they have it on the website and it says 25% off everything else, you can fucking sue them if they don't give you 25% off, unless they have it in fine writing.
There's fine writing somewhere if they don't do it.
Yeah, there always is. Always look out for the fine writing. This has been Wrestling with Savage, episode 127. We will see you tomorrow for NXT and Wednesday for what should be the best show of the week, without a doubt. MJF and the celebration begins. Real quick, does anybody want to touch on William Regal? A prediction? Are we going to see Regal on Wednesday next to MJF or no?
I think we're going to see as many delays as possible for his first real opponent, and I think it's going to start with William Regal, and then it's going to move on to the firm, and then we'll finally see the real opponent.
Okay. I guess you guys are going to have to stay tuned to find out what happens next. This has been Wrestling with Savage. Everybody, have a good night. Thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow night, man. Enjoy the commercial from Barbells and Body Slams. Make sure you go follow my boy, Thomas Babiak. Barbells and Body Slams. You need some inspiration? Thomas has got you.
Go get him, Wayward Sons.
I have a unique approach to not only help you become inspired from some of your favorite memories and characters in the past and present in professional wrestling, but to actually help you take action and become the best version of yourself.
Well, what do we got over here? Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? And listen, you people want to climb to the top of your fitness goals, have success, there's one way to do it. Barbells and Body Slams.
Barbells and Body Slams on YouTube. Check it out. Beautiful people, baby.
AKA Crime Time. Yo, you need to watch Barbells and Body Slams on YouTube. Check it out.
Oh, what a rush. Everybody, this is The Godfather, and I want you to check out Barbells and Body Slams. They got a cool episode on The Godfather, man. Check it out. Peace.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette telling you to watch Barbells and Body Slams, the YouTube channel that will motivate you, get you fit, and get you ready to fight. Remember, it's Barbells and Body Slams, and it's the way to live your life, baby.
Are listening to wrestling.
We're here live with MJF's mom, and her son, the greatest wrestler in the world, is going to win the AEW World Championship tonight, and there's nothing anyone can do about it!
Are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live as a champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
Because they are the best tag team in the world today! Woo!
George.
Wrestling with Savage.
George, I think George just tried his resume for Tony Khan. I don't know. Up for George, huh?
We're Savage!
But of course.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live as a champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two W's